Die Jobs entwickeln sich stetig neu und so muss man sich selbst stetig neu erfinden. Und dann fehlt mir immer, was braucht man dafür? Man muss sich neues Wissen aneignen.
Okay, so the next person on the stage is someone I think probably everyone in my generation knows, at least if they had to take some math classes in school. I think he helps many people in my generation to solve their issues and in general to go through high school. And yeah, so the next person on this stage will be Jung.
Thank you. On the way to this lovely place, I watched when I was last year. I've been here 6 years ago, and the title of my speech was Education in Exponential World. And what has been on since this day? The greatest shortcoming of the human race is our inability to understand the exponential function. I mean, the last 20 years I saw it a lot, and never ever has it been so clear that we have to take care of what is exponential. I mean, this is, I guess you see the exponential function on the right, yes? Quick, since it started. Around 1950, the computer came along. It was Konrad Zuse. A big computer, it could store one picture from today. Fast forward with Moore's law, every 18 to 24 months the speed doubles, the costs shrink down. The internet around 1995 gave us the community to connect us with all our data. The smartphone in 2007, when it came along, it was not dependent on the computer that we are connected. Everyone could share the data, and social media finally gave us the possibility to every day train the AIs. I mean, AI is not new. You know it, you are, I don't know, here's my cat. I take a picture of it and you label it. The cat is laughing, I don't know. The machine learning was in 2010 up to 2020, around all this what happened, and finally in 2022, ChatGPT came along and it changes everything now. My exponential way was, I mean, this is the laugh I get always. Then again, instead of more asses than all the plastic surgeons and gyms put together. The picture on the right is not created by me, it's created by mother. She sent it to me with a letter, and in this letter she told me she was learning with her husband, with their kids. They couldn't get along, they find me on the internet. Thank you that my kids finally laugh math. So what did I do? How did I come to this place, taking lovely photos with most of you? Who knows the guy on the right, on the left? Who knows the guy on the left? No one? No one? It's Dr. Eberhard Weiß. He is from Telekolleg. Who knows Telekolleg? So what I do is not new. Telekolleg came along, I guess, 1968. And he was explaining math like me, and it was in television. So I was looking him Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. No one does it anymore. The guy in the middle, I don't know if you, does anyone know the guy in the middle? Dr. Gilbert Strang. He's a professor at MIT, and he began recording all his lessons for mathematics. They are still on. He retired this year. I was crying a little bit because he's such a smart guy. By the 2000s, I had my first business. It was classical on-site learning, nothing digital, and I was looking for something. How can I digitize me? What can I do? And he began recording all his lessons for mathematics, 1 hour and a half. He put it on an own platform, MIT OpenCourseWare. And early on, 2004-05, when YouTube came along, they put it on YouTube. No one says he's a YouTuber. So I said, wow, if MIT and Stanford also record their lessons, when they do it, it can't be so wrong. And Dr. Ebert Weiss, I said, what could you do perhaps better? So I said, on thinking about what did I do by on-site learning, I had my courses, I saw the gaps the students had, and it was always, I went to the whiteboard, was explaining in 3 to 5 minutes, and they said, okay, and it goes on and on and on, and I said, okay, I will do the recording of the whole mathematics in 3 to 6, around 3 to 6 minutes videos. So that's my principle. And this is my channel on YouTube. In fact, in 2011, 2012, I had my own platform. Not YouTube, an own platform. And you have to think about it's 2011-12 in Germany. I thought I was late looking for what's going on in the USA and everywhere else. And I did my own platform, video learning, a chat function, digitized material, all you know what's going on. And they looked at me and they said, what are you doing there? Video learning will never be what it now is. So I had to shut down my own platform by 2014-15 because it was not sustainable. But YouTube was free. Talking about data is another thing, but I said, if you MIT shares all his lessons, so you can go to your pocket, type in some math question, you get a sequence. And I thought, perhaps someday it could be something, so I kept producing, pushing it, and I have these 5 to 10 minute nuggets, I have the categories, the playlist. If you want to learn something about math, either you go to the YouTube channel and watch one video, or you watch a playlist, something like a differential equation. You start by 0, and you get the whole playlist, and after that you are a differential equation god or whatever. And you have all the other playlists if you have some topics. That's the clear version of my math know-how I had. And I produced and produced and produced and produced. And just to give you a hint what is now possible, before I talk about AI later on, the chess exponential story is, I don't know if you know the story, the inventor of the chessboard said to, it was a king in, I think it was India, what do you want to have for inventing it? He said, give me 1 rice corn for the first field and then double it every field. And the amount of rice corns in the last field, the 64th field, give it to me. And that's where we have a problem. At the first step, I hope you see it, 1, 2, 4, 8, it's just linear. And when it gets bigger and bigger, we can't imagine what it is. And the line, the linear line, is how we are thinking. And this is the problem we now have, because you see it here after 9, 10, 11 steps, we are just by 2024, and you can imagine at the 64th field, you are at the 2 power of 63 rice corns. So this is exponential growing, and this is what you can learn. These were 1 minute now, and you can grab your phone and you can learn everything now. This is my own function. It's 3C to the X. It's content creation and combinatorial. I'm not alone anymore. Perhaps some of you know Simple Club above left. They are kind of funny in their videos. Down there is Lehrer Schmidt. I don't know if you know Lehrer Schmidt. Who knows Lehrer Schmidt? Oh, wow! So, if you go to my channel, I have 2 talks with him. In my podcast, he visits me regularly every 3 to 4 months at my office here in Cologne. We talk about the actual situation in the education space. He just put his camera on and was filming himself. He wanted to give his school people some add-on, and he used YouTube because his server in his school was down, and now he has 1.8 million followers. On the right there is 3 blue, 1 brown. 3 blue, 1 brown. He has very animated stuff. If you go to his channel, he formerly worked at Khan Academy. Perhaps who knows Khan Academy? That's my regular question. Some more. I will get back to it later. These are just 3 creators for mathematics. I mean, imagine if you want to learn something, and with all the debates on AI and digitization, you can grab your phone, and if you are able to just focus on what you want to learn, you have access to everything. I mean, I'm talking to people, and they are scrolling on TikTok and Insta, and they are scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And after 3 to 4 or 6 hours, they had a little bit of fun, but to actually learn something, you have to be aware of that all the knowledge is out there. So this could be exponential learning effects. The personal video tutor is already there. We don't have to wait on AI, because your personal video tutor, you can get it on your phone. So when you want to learn something, whether it's math, biology, coding, mental health, I don't know, everything is there in high quality, and you can do it lifelong. Because, I mean, you have to imagine, what should I learn for the future? I mean, never ever in our life before were we in a situation like this, where we don't know what is in 10, 20, 30 years. But what's always the same is you have to learn something. So I ever ask you, are you able to gain knowledge from something out there? I don't know if you say, yo, I can learn everything. So you have to deal with it that you are a lifelong learner. And that's the problem right now. You have too much content. I mean, when everything is there, you could learn everything. We shouldn't believe that the world is flat, or we shouldn't have the situation we have right now in politics or so. So to find these things is the actual problem, because again, if you open up your smartphone, you go to Insta, TikTok. I learned today Be Real is now coming, and when I watch you doing Be Real, it's like there is no really learning in this, huh? And that's where I thought, how can I solve it? And I talked about it in my book in 2020. My first book came out in March 2020, where I had all the fine graphics, you know. What is AI? Where's machine learning? Where is deep learning? And I said, okay, I went to investors and said, I have an idea. I want to create something with AI to find all the knowledge personalized on you by labeling the data with actually humans. In 2018, I launched a platform, you can go to it if you don't know it, mathefragen.de. The mathefragen.de, you type in a math question and the tutor helps you for free. The community is there, you can go on it right now, and on this I wanted to build it, and I wanted to give it for free to everyone so you can learn, and on top of this I wanted to create something for B2B that when you are in a company and you have to learn lifelong, the company pays it. So I sat in front of the investors, I told everyone what I wanted to do, and every investor said, you have to monetize the videos, you have to do 10 to 15 bucks a month, then you get the people in and you build it up. And I said, but that's not a sustainable business. I mean, I come from mathematics, I do the math, I know if from 1 million followers, 10% get into the app, 10% of that pay me 10 to 15 bucks, I can do the math. But if you look somewhere in the future, this wouldn't last. So I said no to all the investors, and finally in 2022, and now we are in the game, 2 months before ChatGPT came out, I closed an investment in Baden-Württemberg for a research study in AI, so we call it. So, and that's the thing that came out. It's a prototype. It was a combination of a German AI startup, which really has an AI, a semantic AI. Semantic, it's word-based. You have trillions of papers. You run it through the AI. It's called Things Thinking, the company, and their AI is called Samantha. HDM Stuttgart, Hochschule der Medien Stuttgart was in it, and a neuroscientist. We developed a prototype, and you can test it also. He's now implemented in mathefragen.de, so you can type in a question. Said here, what is a fraction? You can type it in, I guess, 120 languages, and it guides you to the right point on my videos. So you have to imagine now, what is the deal with it? If I want to learn something, and either you use ChatGPT, who is creating something, I don't know how it's trained, whether you get to the right sequence on my video and learn it. And that's how I think you can use AI right now. It's based on the semantic AI, all the videos are transcribed, it runs through an engine, then you get to the right point, and with the helpers from mathefragen.de, you can label it if it was good or not. And this you can project on every topic, with every videos, whatever you need. And that is how I think you could use AI, because before the super AI will come along and you create your own tutor for it, that's how we can solve the 2 sigma problem. The 2 sigma problem, I don't know if you're familiar with the 2 sigma problem. Above right, you see if you do the testing with the classical learning, and you measure the points you get this very nice curve. It's the Gauss curve, if you don't know it, the Normalverteilung. If you train the people not with the classical standard education, how's it going right now? If you do it with mastery learning, and you can do mastery learning that you really understand something with technology from the past 20 years, you upfront it by 1 standard deviation. If you train every one of you with his own personal tutor, then you upfront it by 2 standard deviations. That's the 2 sigma problem, and you get everyone classical for a master in mathematics, a master in whatever. To get there, this is the guy who is, I guess, one of the most famous people in education right now. Who knows this guy? Does anyone? Who knows Sal Khan? Again, who knows Sal Khan? So, Sal Khan, quick story of Sal Khan. By the end of the 2000s, he coached his cousin in mathematics. Then he programmed a software to help her getting better at math. Then he created videos, uploaded the videos on YouTube, and then he had millions of followers, didn't know what to do, talked to some investors. Bill Gates was, with his foundation, one of the first investors in his Khan Academy. Quick forward, he has 160 million users every month for learning. And in this talk, it's, I guess, 4 months old. You can watch it on YouTube, on TED Talk. You can type in Khan, Sal Khan, how AI could solve, not destroy education. He talks about how he thinks AI could work. And he's talking about how his team was thinking about in 2022, early on when OpenAI launched ChatGPT, how they trained all their data in-house to get an AI which is like a human next to you. And he launched his second book six weeks ago, I got it. And I can highly recommend his book if you want to know what's going on in all this learning field worldwide, because with 160 million users every month, every time I talk to investors, I say, I think if we could build a Khan Academy for Europe, this would be something like it's enough. And how do we get to there? Who knows the film Pay It Forward? No one. Okay, this is the main character, and I guess you see the exponential function right there. In one scene in Pay It Forward, he says, let's do something like, if I do something good to 3 people, and these 3 people should do something good to again 3 people, and these 3 people should do something good again to 3 people. And this is exponential function, 3 to the power x. And this is what I say, if someone of you, after this event, would think about, what should I post now? Should I post my cappuccino or whatever? Or should I post something that I know? Something that another one really should get him better. And this is what we need in social media to train all the AIs that are running in behind. We need more content that is helping others to get better in some topic. And this is why I say, please do me a favor. This is what I do with all my channels now. If you go to my, you can go to my website, danielwiel.io, and you see I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, now X, BeReal, Snapchat, YouTube, whatever, to talk about, on the one hand, on mathematics, but on the other hand, the future of education. And I want to push you to really think about bringing more knowledge into the world, because that would give us not an AI dilemma. Who of you watched the AI dilemma? What are you doing? The AI dilemma. Who watched the social dilemma? Okay, all right. So where do I start? Okay, Social Dilemma is on Netflix, 1 hour and a half. It's a documentary about how the social media companies operated the last 10 years, how they used us to build their products. The AI dilemma, you can notice it, or you can watch the keynote afterwards. The AI dilemma is on YouTube. You can type in AI dilemma and watch it. It's 1 hour, and you really get an insight what's going on with AI out there. I mean, the next thing I recommend you, because if one of you goes out here in 6 months, you send me an email and says, I watched AI Dilemma, that makes me clear that I have to push something like on Insta or whatever and give these companies more input in, I don't know, whatever you can do, the AI Dilemma. And this is the fundamental now. You imagine, you recognize the exponential function from the beginning. What is going on? What's the next thing now after AI? So this is my nephew. This is actually me. And I mean, what we want to be is be human. And you hear it all along. What is AI doing? When does the super AI is there and we can do what we want? We want to be human. Yeah? This Saturday I go to Remscheid because he's living there. We play football. Yeah? There is no smartphone, nothing else. And to do that, we have to train these AIs. And I want to close with this: be real. Not be real. I was in front of the door before the talk, and a little crowd said, "I'm be real, be real, be real." I mean, be real, be you. And if you find out where your little superhero in you, I hope you will launch some good things on the internet to train AIs, and beside that, think about what can you do after. I mean, I see a lot of students here. What will you do? Where will you work? How can you help the system get along? I guess this is the closing thing, and I hope you will follow it. And so, up to now, I say thank you.